Live stream. Nice. Okay. Everything's running. Sorry. Hopefully you guys can hear me. So just waiting a few minutes for the stream to starting and waiting for people to come in the chat. But I guess like for you guys that are watching this right now, I was going to do a private a sectioned off video just on being a pharmacist during the holidays and whatnot. But I wanted to get some of your opinions and stuff too. Just because like I have a lot of pharmacy people on my channel. Hey, Juha, Bach, Shirley, what up? That one dislike though already? God damn, that's hella quick. I don't know why I get so many dislikes and stuff, but whatever, dude. Seems like honestly, it's just like one person just disliking it half the time. Illuminati says Juha. Karina Cauldron, hey, what up? Yeah, so what I really wanted to talk about is like what it's like being a pharmacist during the holidays. Like this is the stuff that they won't really talk to you about in pharmacy school and stuff, or things that you just realize in real life, I guess. You know what I mean, with real life practice. And this is I can only speak on like the retail side. Obviously I have no like I don't know how it is in the hospitals and stuff, but I assume it's pretty much the same just because like I think it's not only pharmacists that go through this, but it's like all pretty much all almost all healthcare professionals, right? Um, Sabrina, what up? The mother haters. I know so many mother hating bitch ass mother pockers in here, but whatever, man. You know what? What I've come to realize is that I don't got time to deal with haters. Like honestly, they can dislike. I can't do anything really about it. But you know, all the only thing I can do is keep on making more videos and positive reinforcing my fans or the people watching my videos and stuff too. Um, Kenyatta, I'm a Marine with 2 years left in the corps. First of all, thank you for your service, man. Really appreciate it. And I know like sometimes when you serve and whatnot, you guys can't always be with your families either. So big props to you guys. Pharmacy techs too. Yeah, pharmacy techs go through this too. Um, but I think like so. Let me get to my main point, I guess. So I guess like so you guys know that the pharmacy market is getting more and more saturated, right? Especially in retail pharmacy, especially with the recent acquisition of Walgreens and Rite Aid, from what I heard. It's leaving less and less jobs, and it's getting harder and harder to find jobs. Apparently, that's what I hear. I haven't been on the job market or looking for a job for a while, but you know, so a lot of people like me, we couldn't stay home. You know, we had to move to find and build up our career. What am I gonna do? Fucking sit at home for like a year trying to apply to jobs and shit while I'm jerking off on Pornhub and stuff? I don't think that's gonna work. You know what I mean? But you know, a lot of people like me, we had to just pack up and go. You know what I mean? And it's tough sometimes, like the holidays and whatnot. You see the holidays come by and whatnot, and it's hard to go back. Like for me, it's very hard to go back. It's almost like a 6 hour ride just to go back, and sometimes it's just straight up very expensive. There's a lot of hassle at LA or at the airports and stuff. It's a real pain in the ass to go visit your family, you know? But and I consider myself one of the lucky ones because like my pharmacy, the chain I work with right now, is actually like we don't even open on the holidays, you know. So I consider myself really lucky. But when I was working with CVS pharmacy and whatnot, um, man, getting vacation time during the holidays was a pain in the ass, and I wasn't even guaranteed. Like maybe I'll fly back home for one day, and then I have to fly back if I'm lucky. You know, it kind of sucks. It requires a lot of planning and stuff. So a lot of pharmacists or a lot of healthcare professionals, a lot of us don't really get to spend time with our family. You know, um, and it sort of sucks. Like when I see my pictures on Facebook and stuff of my family like doing gatherings and stuff, I don't know, like sometimes you get FOMO, you know? So fear of missing out, you know, and it just kind of sucks. You watch everybody else like live their life while I'm sitting here watching Man at High Castle, son. Shit, that's what I did on Christmas and whatnot. But yeah, um, Fallen, X Legacy, Yo Kevin, Juha Bach, Cornhub. Yeah, I saw that on Pornhub too. It's pretty funny. I think it was like, oh, what event did they do that for? I can't remember. Roll, what up, what up, what up? Yeah, I mean, like guys, like I mean, those that who are pharmacists or who are in the healthcare professional, like, do you guys feel the same way I do? Like, do you guys ever feel like you're like left out or anything like that? I mean, I feel it a lot just because, and I've never been a real strong family person, but during like after missing so many holidays, I just realized that I sort of do miss my family during the holidays. It kind of sucks having um, I guess no one really to go to. I guess it sounds kind of depressing, but I guess like what I'm getting at is like I have friends and stuff, and they invite me to their family gatherings and stuff, but it's different. You know what I mean? Like I just want to be. It's I don't necessarily feel comfortable in that environment because I don't want to be cutting in on their like family times and mother shit like that. Being a pharmacist in North Korea, stupid. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying like, oh my god, this is the worst thing in the world. Definitely not. We get compensated pretty damn well, and honestly, these are like first world problems. There's people that never get to see their family. Like maybe they're straight up refugees and like never can see their family again. You know, but I think it's if you're trying to go into this profession and you want to do retail, definitely you need to consider and perhaps like if you do decide to go away, you have to consider that you might not see your family all the time and you might have to miss a lot of holidays. And I think that's a huge thing going in right now. And I think that's a huge motivator for me as well to sort of get out of pharmacy as well, just to find something more flexible. And yeah, let's see. Ragad, do you know if pharmacists can work in other countries besides the one they graduated on? I actually consider actually working in Korea and stuff. I heard there's a lot of good career opportunities abroad and whatnot, but honestly, I don't know. I had my friend like David. He actually did medical missions in Africa, which is pretty bomb. I want to have a sit down like video with him, but maybe some other time, right? Um, I got deferred from Northeastern for pharmacy. What do I do now? Oh shit. Sorry, Shirley, man. Like, that's a bummer. I actually wanted to go to Northeastern in Boston, but I didn't get in at all. Like, period. So you're in a better situation than I am. I mean, right now, it's like December, so there's still some schools that are open. If you're willing to leave, like if you're willing to go out of state, I mean that's always an opportunity too, and you can always go to my school, MCPHS in Boston. So that's always an option, man. Like just stay flexible. Sometimes things just happen for a reason. We just get set back. You know what I mean? Things don't work out the way that we wanted to. Like when I didn't get a job in Boston, I ended up in California, and look at my life right now. I'm not saying it's the best life ever, but I have good people around me. Um, I made a pill that won't make you poop forever. Yeah, it's called Norco, homie. Shit. Where do you see this profession in about 6 years? Um, I don't know because it's constantly evolving and stuff. I think it's kind of hard for me to say. I think in 6 years, because like I'll tell you what the pharmacy is like right now. Like it's mostly controlled by the third parties, at least. It's all about the third party contracts, and then what I've noticed is that reimbursement is going down and down, and we're getting hit with different fees and stuff like that. So I don't know if retail pharmacy will actually like. I'm sure it'll be still in the community within 6 years. Like I have no doubt about that. but the amount of opportunities like for jobs and stuff, it's gonna get more and more saturated with so many students coming out. um, so I mean, I see that. I see mail order like, and I see mail order growing a lot more too. You know, are you sick? I'm coming down from a minor sickness. Like I was sick like maybe 2 weeks ago. I just have a lingering cough. Wenzel, I live in the UK. Do you need a PhD to become? So okay, this is something that I guess I don't want to say pisses me off, but this is something that can be Googled really quickly. And it's like, here's the thing: people don't get the difference between pharmacy, pharmacology, and all that. Like when you're doing and I don't expect everybody to know, but I guess like when you use the wrong word or when you use the wrong like term, it just sets off like a trigger in my mind that you didn't do any research, you know. And it's not a personal attack against you, man. Like I don't want to come off like that, but it's just like, dude, okay, so like when people say a degree in pharmacy is a PharmD. That's a doctorate of pharmacy. It's different from pharmacology and stuff. Pharmacology is more the research and like how drugs work. You know what I mean? And so there's a clear distinction between the two. You know, yes, we do learn pharmacology in pharmacy. Of course, you know we have to know. Well, we have to like understand how drugs work sometimes, right? But there's a difference. I think pharmacy is like kind of like it's a mix of, there's like the therapeutic side and the pharmacology side, where therapeutics is the actual use or the art of treatment, you know, which is different, you know. So yeah, you just need a PharmD to be in the you need to be a PharmD to like do pharmacy stuff, you know. Karina, I wasn't accepted in Northeastern either. Bummer, dude. So sorry, man. I'm likely gonna do the same accelerated program as you. That's dope. That's good. I mean, that's how I did it. You know, I didn't get into my first choice like Northeastern. I got into MCP like my first year, but I didn't want to go there. You know, because I heard so many bad things about it, and I see what my brother goes through right now. But honestly, honestly, pharmacy is gonna be tough no matter what. So I mean, if you Shirley, what I'm reading is that you got into MCP too. Um, so I mean, just take MCP for now, and I guess if you're really dead sure that you want pharmacy, then definitely take MCP for sure, and just wait on Northeastern. You know what I mean? Justin, what up? Shirley, did you apply to University of Buffalo? If you're looking for a big place, that's the place. I don't. I've never been like when I think Buffalo, I think middle of nowhere for some reason. Maybe I'm wrong and stuff, but I just think of a really rural place. I think upstate New York and whatnot. You know. Um, Damn, Shirley, you get accepted at all these schools. Shit, you live in New York, okay? Juha lives in North Korea. Shout out to my boy Kim. That's hella funny. Oh man, I make it. There's so many meta connections on the YouTube, man. People are linking up. What do you think about MD pharmacy schools? I actually never looked into it. I knew that there was like a JD JD pharmacy. There's like a PA pharmacy. I never heard of an MD pharmacy. I don't know. Like honestly, I would have to do some more research to give you a better answer. But I'm thinking about all the career opportunities, and is it really worth the PharmD at that point? You know, because one of the big alluring points about a PharmD over MD is like the debt burden, better quality of life supposedly, and I guess I mean those are your main selling points. You don't and time, dude. You're not stuck in residency forever. You know what I mean? And so like a lot of my doctor friends are still in it and they sort of regret it, you know, because you're making such a huge commitment at such a young age, you know? So uh yeah, the city of Buffalo isn't too great, but I love the school. Just curious, like what is there to do? What do you love about your school, you know? Because if like most of the people I talk to, like maybe some USC students, a lot of the MCP student, well, MCP especially, they don't really like the school too much, but USC students seem pretty happy, I guess, for the most part, you know. Um, I'm sorry, I meant Maryland. Stupid mistake. Like around 30K students. Damn, dude. Uh, I need some advice. I went to Purdue to study engineering. I flunked out. Decided to change majors to accounting and attend a community college. I'm still unsure. I mean, Justin, quick question. So, what kind of like advice do you need? Like, how to become more sure of like the major that you're approaching? I think like a lot of time like people, including myself, like I was very unsure about like whether I wanted to do like okay here so here was my situation. I always knew that I wanted to do pharmacy like on paper, but deep down in my soul or like what I actually felt, I was very unsure if this was the real profession for me, you know? And the further along I got into it, the more I knew it was like I wasn't very happy the way it was going, you know? So so I guess like with your advice, I mean, you decided to change majors to accounting. I mean, I would really start with what are you good at? What is your strongest subjects and go like there. You know, if you want to do traditional school route, you know, because like honestly, sometimes we just have to go with what if you don't know what you're good at, you just gotta go with your strongest subjects, man. For me, I was always like really good at math, and I was okay at sciences, you know, and I'm still I would say like those are my two like driving points in academia and stuff. So I just went that route, you know? Yeah. But I guess back to my original point. I can't even remember what I was talking about. Pharmacy during the holidays. Yeah, that's why I titled this. Yeah, so like I think like it's not impossible to see your family during the holidays, during Christmas, Thanksgiving, or whatnot, right? But like you definitely got to plan a lot more, like plan very far ahead, and even like me, like I have quite a few friends in California, but I just feel sometimes very isolated, you know, like during the holidays and whatnot. And part like honestly, I think a lot of it is actually my fault too because I don't always take the initiative to set up plans for Thanksgiving or like any of these things, you know. So partially is my fault, but I definitely know it's a lot harder to do things on Thanksgiving. Like when I'm in Boston, like back home, it just feels like, dude, there's so many plans out there that I'm never bored. But when I'm out here, I'm just like, fuck, what am I going to do? So that's why I decided yesterday just take the whole day off, go Korean barbecue, and and what else? Shit, and watch Man in High Castle, man. That shit is awesome, man. Uh, how to be sure and maintain motivated to keep going through with college. There's times when I'm not motivated and focused, which result me pushing my grad date farther away. Dude, I honestly, I mean, there's no like solid advice I can give you, man. But I would suggest that maybe you just take a little break, um, or start reading some books to get like familiar with different areas or talk to different people, you know, just to see like, cause what I'm assuming right now, you just chose accounting just because it's relatively stable, it's high paying, right? So, uh, and those are things that you hear, but I think you really should really talk to more people and maybe read up on different things. Just expose yourself to as many careers as possible. You know, if you don't know, LinkedIn has a really good page. It has a list of all the areas of focus and stuff. Start from there, man, and start crossing off stuff that you're not really interested, and start collecting different job titles and stuff that you might be interested in grabbing. A lot of time, the reason why we're so unsure about stuff is because it's just because we don't have clarity over over the end goal. You know, do you really want to be accountant? Why do you want to do accounting? What sort of work do you want to do? You know, I think that's a huge key player, you know. like half the motivation is doing something that you love or doing something that feels very stimulating and motivating in your heart, man. And I know it sounds kind of hippie and shit, but I mean that keeps me motivated doing these videos all the time or doing streams or random stuff, you know, like having a strong community like and interacting with people, it means so much to me, man. And I think when it comes to pharmacy too, it's I look at it very differently. Like I used to look at it like, oh fuck, I'm going to work, but every single day I look at it as like, dude, I'm collecting more money to do what I really want. You know what I mean? Or I'm doing like I'm like toughening up, dude. Like doing something that you don't want to do every single day and being a kick ass at it. I think that's really motivating because it's showing that you have persistence or like grit or I can't think of the word. Resilience. That's the perfect word. Like you have resilience. You're not a punk ass bitch. You know what I mean? And so when you do something that you do love, you're gonna go at it 10 billion times harder, man. You know. So hopefully that helps you. But like I said, I always take people to coffee meetings. So that's how I figured out like things like I didn't want to be a substance abuse counselor. I didn't want to like pursue different things, and I think you just need to expose yourself to as many things as possible. Try hitting up your career center too, and just seeing. You know, I wish there was like a test or something to like really show you what you're good at, like an aptitude test. Hell, who the fuck cares, man? Maybe you should do it on Google, and maybe that'll give you more ideas, man. Pharmacology fucked up my GPA big time. I was prepared to take that C halfway through. Do you need a strong GPA to get accepted in a fellowship? Um, Honestly, I didn't know because I didn't apply to fellowship. I should have thinking about it, you know, like I should have done like I think I would have done pretty well at a drug company, you know, just because I'm more into business and marketing and stuff like that. But who knows, you know, there's a lot of different things. That's so funny though. I mean, it happens, you know, like sometimes like pharmacology and therapeutics are like the bread and butter of pharmacy, man. And those are some of the hardest subjects. So, I mean, it happens. Just try to do your best, man. Um, when have you ever considered being a hospital pharmacist? Yes, at one point. I thought about really switching, just because I hear it's better quality of life. But I guess like if you go into a hospital with no like sort of residency or anything like that, a lot of them like what I realize is that you just stay a staff pharmacist, which isn't bad if you're okay with that. But for me, I prefer upward progression, and I really I I don't think that's my strong suit. You know, I think my strong suit is really interacting with people. You know, and so in a hospital pharmacy, a lot of hospital pharmacies are in the basement. You don't see people or anything like that, and I can't use my best abilities, you know, in a basement. Thanks, bro. Um, oh, Lino, hey, what up? Do you know the best way to network in pharmacy? I'm in pharmacy school, but my school isn't big on networking. I want to shadow a clinical pharmacist and MSL, but I just don't know how to start. So, I will. Man, I want to put some socks on. So random. um, do you know the best way? So one of the ways that I did professional networking and stuff was actually through coffee meetings. So you'll hear the same advice I'm giving, but it really does work. A lot of time, so you can a lot of time I would look through LinkedIn and looked at the people like the positions I want to eventually go to. You know what I mean? Like whether it's pharmacy supervisor or like for PHS, I wanted to be I wanted to work in the FDA, so I looked for different titles and stuff. And you just reach out to people. You send people email, and there's a certain format and structure you can do. But I was just like, hey, you know what? I really want to pick your brain on what it's like being a a blah blah blah. You know, whatever title. Do you mind if I take like if we can go out to coffee? I promise I won't take up a lot of time from you, and I'll meet you wherever. You know, how to like I would just start off like that, and that's how actually I met a lot of people like professionally. You know what I mean? The other thing is I also like went to school a lot, like made a lot of friends in school. So I think sometimes it doesn't feel like networking, but you actually are, because you never know. Other people might have different opportunities, and then they can share some of those opportunities with you too. You know, also the third way you can do it is you can do outreach to faculty as well. You know, because a lot of these people, especially if you want to do residency and go the academia route, like they're a great resource, and they all have friends too. Pharmacists always have friends of friends. You know what I mean? And so that's why like you might meet one person, they might not be, and you might find out that you're not really interested in that field anymore, but um, you'll soon realize that maybe like they know other people. So one of the questions I always ask at the end of the meeting is like, hey, is there anybody else that you think I should be talking to? Um, or what would you do in my shoes? You know, if you're me, like in my situation, what would you do if you're in my shoes? Those are two questions I usually ask, because those give you the most insight and help you further things along. Plus, it gives you a topic to talk about later, like when you're following up with your leads, or like the people that you're emailing. It gives you a talking point. So like, let's say let's use my friend Angela and Brian, right? So I talked to Angela and be like, hey, you know what? I want to know more about pharmacy, like about informatics pharmacies, right? And then Angela goes, hey, I know this guy Brian. I know this guy Brian. Maybe like he can help you out. Let me send you his contact. Great. So then I email Brian, set him up for a coffee meeting and stuff too. I'm like, hey Brian, blah blah blah, and then he steers me. He gives me some advice and whatnot, and then I follow up with Angela and be like, hey, you know what? It was really helpful talking to Brian. He recommended XYZ. Thank you so much. Appreciate all your help. I'll keep you in the loop. You know, and that's how you start maintaining relationships. There's always like you're always following it up, trying to see if they need anything, or and try to give value. You don't like sometimes people don't understand. You can get a lot of value just by thanking someone, you know, and you don't actually have to go out to do something, but just like doing a personalized thank you card, that means a lot to a lot of people. So, Lena, that was a really long answer, but that's what I used to do in pharmacy school. And honestly, I should do it more now, now that I'm out of pharmacy school, but I just haven't. I'm just so busy with other stuff, you know? But it's something that I enjoy doing a lot. Dylan, sup, Kev, nursing student and refugee. What up? What's the best way to memorize meds? So the easiest way is actually, I think the easiest way to memorize meds is learn them learn like learn them by class, and then learn them what's different from each other. And I think like honestly, if you want to drill meds and stuff like that, a really good resource is actually pharmacy charts. I know pharmacy charts, this person like, so they basically compile a very short, like a really short review note sheet, which is very concise and stuff, and that's how I learn. This person, he or she like highlights all the main points and stuff, and it's a really good resource, dude. And so if you're watching this farm charts, hit me up with a brand deal, shit. No, but I found it really a lot easier to do it that way, because there's so many damn drugs. But if you start memorizing classes and how they work, and then kind of remember like the different what each drug is, like the differences between each drug, that usually helps, you know. Quizlet Dylan. Hey Kevin, do you do AP Chem in high school? Hell yeah, I did AP Chem in high school. That shit was, I don't know. It was I think I got 4 on my AP Chem quiz. I don't know how I did it, but yeah. Gotta go. Thanks for your thanks. Your story inspired me. I'm deployed. Your story, I think you mean story. Your story inspired me. I'm deployed in Middle East. It's 1:40 a.m. Your advice 100. Yeah, dope. Thank you for your service, man. Appreciate it, man. Um, Looks like I'm finally on time for a live stream. All right, Kevin. Thanks for academic advice, Kevin. Thank you. Says Lena, Bambino. Yeah, so happy holidays, man. Guys, if you, I think in the future I want to, guys, if you guys are watching too, make sure to hit the bell, cuz a lot of people haven't been like have been either A, getting unsubscribed, B, they don't even get my updates that I post a video, and I do a video almost every single day, you know. So guys, like, try to do that. Also share my videos if you ever get a chance. Like, if there's anybody that you think is in a similar situation and you think it might help, dude, it always helps to just share videos, not only for me but for them too. And it helps the channel grow too. And I also want to do like scheduled streams and stuff, you know. Sometimes like I always get caught up, but I think streaming is really easy for me, and it's a more personal interaction. Like, I can talk to you. I can't be like, well, when I'm shooting like a regular video, I can't be like, oh, Lena has this question or Justin has this question. You know, I can answer your questions directly. You know, and with speed. Like, a lot of time when you guys send me emails, sometimes it takes me a little while to get two of them, and it's just kind of hard. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna sign off really quick. I have to do a lot of editing and random other stuff and the mother writing. I haven't written on Refugee Hustle in forever, so I'm fucking bad at that. But guys, have a oh yeah, so yes, Tony, you're right. I actually have to work on that campaign right now. So I do work for them. So yeah. I love you, Daddy. Alu Akbar. Um, I'm not a sneakerhead. But anyways, yeah, so I have to get going. But yeah, so I totally lost my train of thought. I'm gonna end the stream, guys. Peace, guys. Happy holidays, and maybe I'll stream. I don't know. I have to figure out when I want, how often I want to stream. It's kind of scary. It's like committing to a fucking girlfriend, man. See ya.